Hey y'all, today we're just doing a get ready with me. I'm gonna do a black and gold look on my eyes. And this is random. I just figured since we're mostly stuck in right now, bored, that I would just talk to you guys and kind of let you know what I've been up to. So for that life update aspect, not as if much is going on, but I was supposed to start my internship today. Obviously, it's not safe. Places are shutting down and whatnot, but it's been frustrating. I understand I want to stay safe, but at the same time, I want to move forward in my career, and I definitely felt ready to take that on and was very excited to get that clinical counseling experience. I understand, but again, I haven't interned in 2 months, so it's not like, oh, I've just been home since we haven't been allowed to go out. It's been longer for me, so that's kind of sucked. So I'm just using this and going in on the side. I don't know how this gonna come out. So yeah, that's really like the only life update part. And then if you haven't seen my video yet on coping with this pandemic, I would check that out because I talk about my go-to coping skills. And what was cool is I noticed other therapists did the same video and they gave some of the same coping skills as me. So even though it wasn't coming from a clinical perspective and it was more personal, seems like I'm basically doing the right things. That is good. I feel like I gave sound advice, and I hope if you did see it or do watch it that it's helpful to you, because I know with this ish going on right now that it's not fun. And I'm really sorry we're all dealing with this, but I don't want to make this video all about COVID. It's triggering to talk about for a lot of people, but I just wanted to update you on that. I'm sitting around not doing anything. I'm staying safe. I'm mostly staying home besides seeing my boyfriend. Kind of what inspired me, I guess, to make this get ready with me is that I've talked to a couple of my subscribers and followers who identified that they watch all my videos and that they just like me for me and they enjoy what I post. They enjoy getting to know me and having a distraction from all the things that they're dealing with in their lives. And so I am so glad that I can be helpful to them, because that's important to me, that I want to be supportive to you guys. So I know that hopefully some of my subscribers aren't just like, oh, I'm just here for mental health, I'm just here for makeup, which, let's be real, no one's just here for makeup. But whatever it is, I feel like I have a good amount of supporters who just like me, and I definitely want to do more mental health videos. I can't just do mental health because for me, I feel like I'll burn out and kind of get tired of talking about it, because I need to have other hobbies and interests and express myself in other ways. That's really important to me. So I want to continue to do that. But I definitely want to make some videos on agoraphobia. I got a good suggestion from a subscriber to do a video on what it's like to date someone with a mental illness, and I thought that was a really cool idea. I definitely have experience with that and can talk about it. It's funny like how looks like this look in the beginning and then they all just kind of come together. I'm hoping it's gonna come together. So now I'm just gonna blend this top edge a little bit, I guess. I feel like this is a good kind of like New Year's look, which we're not anywhere near at the moment, but whatever. What the F else do I want to talk about? Not that I got this question, but I feel like I might eventually. I know a lot of mental health professionals cover like YouTubers that do controversial things that are upsetting and stuff like that, which is very great and important to get like that mental health perspective. I don't know if you noticed, but I personally have not done that. And do I plan to? No. I mean, I don't think they do it just for views. I don't want to think that. I know, like, oh, if I talk about Onision, oh, if I talk about Trisha Paytas, like, oh, I'll get views. No, thank you. There's enough going on in the world. I don't want that on my channel. I just want to talk about my personal experience and struggles and have you guys get to know me. And I want to provide psychoeducation, which is just a fancy term for talking about mental health and such. Oh, I love this gold. Oh, I love it. I feel like I'm repping the Bee Movie as an emo, basically. I don't know how ridiculous this looks, but I mean, liner and lashes just pulls everything together. It really does. I do a good amount of blending, but this gold just, oof. She pretty. I saw a post that I agree with. There was a therapist talking about, can we stop calling it social distancing? It's physical distancing. We need to still connect socially, virtually, and that's really important, which I talked about in my coping video. I agree, it's absolutely important. Just to give this something, I'm going to blend some sort of transition-y shade color. Actually, I'm gonna do a gray. What's nice is I have therapy today. I do therapy through telehealth, so this didn't all affect me, which was good. And I do therapy through telehealth twice a week. I think a lot of people do once a week, but your girl needs twice a week. I always think, oh, I can just do once a week, and then something comes up, or I just have a lot of therapeutic goals, and then I'm like, nah, I need more. I hate this palette. It's probably the only palette I have that I hate. Honestly, Kat Von D eyeshadows, people like them, but they are not my favorite by any means. Like, you can't really see that much on camera. It doesn't really pick up much, and I've put, what, like five layers on? But I just wanted to keep the whole cool toned aspect going. I thought that would be cool. But this gold, like, wow, I didn't even need a concealer or anything. So anyway, my inspiration to do a get ready with me, even though makeup isn't really the most popular thing on my channel, was that one of my favorite smaller beauty YouTubers, Kittysnack, did a get ready with me, and she just kind of like played around with makeup and chit-chatted and stuff, and I thought that was really awesome. She's super cool. Definitely doing full face. We're doing full face glam, just like Kittysnack did. She did a full glam, lashes, liner, foundation. We need some full coverage. We got, okay. And then what I like to do is I don't use a transition shade. I just go in with a clean, fluffy brush. And I always hold my brushes here and just kind of, I don't feel like this look needs to be super blended. Really. I'm gonna do liner, lashes, etc. off camera, and I'll be right back. We're back. You have no idea how long I was gone. It's just one of those days where I do my makeup as a coping skill. Oh, it's gonna be relaxing. Great. Yeah, no, because false lashes are the devil. This one I had to redo 3 times, and inner corners are still not perfect, but I'm not leaving my house, so who cares? When I go full glam, I want to do false lashes, and also I want to practice them so that I get better at them. Not feeling too great about my skin today. Usually my skin's pretty good. This pimple's peeving me. I'm actually going to do a little more moisturizer. So I use moisturizer. I use 2 moisturizers. I use one like right after I take a shower, and then I go in with another one. I like the way the eyeshadow came out, and I can live with the lashes. Oh my god, I even got like a lash glue in these eyelashes, but I've worn them like, I don't know, like 3 times already or something, and I have 2 other pairs, so I'll be okay. What I'm primarily worried about with makeup, first world problems, is that I am pretty much out of setting spray. When I spray it today, you're gonna be like, oh girl, that's not great. I love the Becca backlight filter as a primer. I don't know that it improves the longevity of my makeup, but it makes it look more dewy, I guess. I think I'm gonna go in with white just to brighten my eyes. You guys have seen me do this a million times with this eye pencil. It's funny, I am good about sharpening my lip liners, but I do not sharpen this pencil all that often. And it works well for me, and it stays in my waterline really well. It just adds a little something when you have small eyes. I just told my friends in my group chat, oh, I had the worst time with my foundation today. One of my friends just said, I'm frustrated for you. The struggle is real. But you know what? We're gonna put our little therapist hat on, being our own therapist for right now, and we got through it, and we're filming a video as planned. We have therapy today. We're doing great. I have a sample of the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation, and I really like it, but since this isn't in a pump, I legit have no idea how much to put, so I just dip my finger in, and then I go in and blend it and hope for the best. I always use a beauty blender, which I feel like helps shear it out. Let's say goodbye to that gross pimple. We hate it. Yeah, so I just wanted to be real and say that sometimes you go to do a coping skill and think it's gonna make you feel better and it backfires. Just like when I used to try to get into coloring at first, and I'd be like, oh, I went out of lines, it's ruined, and I wanted it to be perfect, and it really, really doesn't need to be perfect by any means. Whereas now I deal with it better. The worst is when you're coloring and one of your gel pens dries out. I hate that. I am considering buying this foundation eventually. I think it's in like a dropper, and I don't love that because I feel like I would put too much foundation on, and I also like to put it directly on my face. I don't want to put too much foundation on even though it doesn't cover all my redness, because I'd rather just go in with concealer. See, on camera, everything looks more cohesive. Plus, my trusty Tarte Shape Tape is just super full coverage. I'm like pushing myself to film today. I knew I was gonna come across kind of weird, but again, I want to be real with my followers and don't want to just be like, oh, I'm always well prepared and in a good mood and whatever. It doesn't look like much, but compared to other concealers, oh boy, is that a lot. Oh yeah, just right on that pimple. And the nice thing about this concealer is if it's not enough coverage, you can go back in with more. And I love this sponge because it's small, so you can get precise, you can really get under the eyes, or you can use this side. See, I don't really use concealer to highlight as much. I find my foundations to be a little too neutral for my emo butt. And I really prefer to be pale, so this is in fair beige. Covers my pink tones up pretty well. If you have any video ideas, I know I say this all the time, please send them my way. I lack the inspiration and creativity I yearn for sometimes, so that can be difficult to deal with. My nose right here, people always say, oh, the T-zone, that's where I get oily. I don't get oily on my forehead. My forehead's mega dry. I get oily just on my nose, just on the bridge, just on that part. I'd love to know in the comments, if you're still watching along, what you guys have been up to during all of this, because you're forced to stay in. I'm curious how you're making your structure, your own structure. This pimple is just such a biatch. Oh, look at my Santa beard. I'm just gonna do the under eyes real quick and shut my mouth. Love the finish of this concealer. I don't find it too matte at all. But see how I just spread it out all over my face? I cannot put too much on my nose though. I just do that to have it all match. Oh yeah, let's go in there with the extra concealer on this piece of crap. Thanks, I hate it. Do any of you like Reddit? Have you been on the Thanks, I hate it subreddit? It's really quite something. So one of my little online friends, mental health master Quinton, did a cool live stream where instead of just like kind of boringly telling you coping skills, he actually went on Reddit and like reviewed certain subreddits to see if he thought they were funny. And it was funny because him and his wife Danielle had different opinions. Like she'd be like, "That, why do you think that's funny? That's dumb." And I just thought it was really nice, like that his wife, you know, supports his channel a lot and they have like a nice vibe. Their dynamic as a couple seems cool. I mean, I don't know them, but it was cool that they had differing opinions on things, and I enjoyed watching it, so I will leave his link in the description if you have not yet heard of him or checked him out. He is a mental health master, and he is a therapist. He already has his master's. He actually has 2 master's degrees, so he's very qualified. All right, I feel like I've been talking for a while, so I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup besides lips off camera. BRB. Wow, even contour was frustrating. It's because people have recommended trying a cool contour and I don't have one, so I use a taupe eyeshadow in this tiny ass little thing with a huge fluffy brush. So we're just, it's like kind of patchy in this. Again, who am I trying to impress? I'm going to use a Profusion lip liner and a Profusion gold metallic lipstick to go with this, and I'm going to shut my mouth now. We're done. I'll let you check out how bad this is to end the video. My setting spray. Yeah, it does not spray well toward the end. All right, I'll be back with the finished look. Okay, darlings, here is the finished look. I know this was a hot mess, but I'm just trying to be real and genuine on my channel. I hope you enjoyed this and I gave you a nice distraction from all the horror that's going on in the world, but let's move on. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel as well. Leave a comment down below if you would like, as long as it comes from a kind place. My Instagram is Julie_counseling, and my Twitter is Julie Counseling with no underscore. My Facebook page will be linked down below as well, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye guys!